Chris, you always talk about a nicer feel after a victory. Is that something you've noticed around the place today?
Yes, it is always the case. I think particularly in the manner, we could have made life a little bit more comfortable for ourselves. I thought we were very good in that first half period, and I think if we'd have gone in at half time more than the 1-0 up, I think it would have made certainly life a little bit more comfortable for ourselves. But there are no easy games, and I think in the end we were worthy winners, and we hope to take some of that feel and that confidence into Wednesday's game.
And the good news is there are no fresh injury concerns after the Palace match.
No, there's not. Everybody's come in this morning feeling okay, which we knew after the weekend anyway. And so, yes, no fresh injuries, which is good.
It seems like after our winter season, there's always been a couple of weeks off. It must be nice to go into a game sort of a few days after a win.
Yes, I think on a normal week, that's what the preferences are, to make sure that you're recovering properly after a game, and then you have a good few days build up into your preparations for the game. When you have a midweek game, the preparations are always difficult, because today you know that they're going to train, but it's going to be a very light session. So probably as regards your tactical work, you have the one day tomorrow before the game. But this is the same for everybody, and I say we just hope that we can benefit from a good feel from Saturday.
But having that game so quick, obviously with the momentum from the win, that must be useful.
Yes. I think you can generally judge that one, I think, once you get into the game, because there are so many different connotations, and people will look at a Liverpool side that lost yesterday and think that they're itching to get back into a game to try and get back on winning ways. So there are different ways that you can look at it. We have to make sure that we look at it the right way for ourselves.
Aside from their defeat yesterday, Liverpool have had a very strong start. Are the lads looking forward to the challenge of playing at Anfield?
It's always a great challenge, and it's always a great place to go and play at Anfield. An excellent surface, and one of the wonderful places to go and play, and everybody will want to play, no doubt about that.
We spoke to Johnny Howson before, just on his form. I mean, you must be delighted with the way he's played. I think he's the only outfield player to have featured in every Premier League game this season.
Yeah, and I think there's more. I think there's more to come from him in the adaptability in his game. It's what we see. John is an attacking midfield player, but I think he's capable, I think, of playing in a few positions around that midfield area, and he's shown that adaptability. He's in very, very confident mood at the moment, and he's also somebody that can add goals to his game as well.
And in central midfield, which is obviously one of the most important areas of the pitch, him and Leroy Fer have been constantly producing great performances week in, week out, really, haven't they?
Yes, and it is also trying to get the balances right, because we lost Alex Tettey, who was in really good form, and it's been also difficult for Bradley Johnson, who played so many games for us last season that he perhaps hasn't had the volume of games that he would like, but he's here really pushing for contention, and we all know what Bradley gives us. So there is real good competition in that area, and that's the reason why we brought in what we did.